Rita the fox longed to find a home in a place called the Tree Village. But one day, at the meadow, she encounters an orphaned unicorn pony named Twilight Sparkle, who discovers America and rescues a family of Russian mice from a group of cats. This time, the Mousekewitz family moved to England. Soon, Twilight introduces Rita the Fox to her little pet dragon, Spike, and her magic inventions, Woody the Cowboy Doll, Buzz Lightyear, Rex the Dinosaur, Scarecrow, Tin Man, and Bruno the Lion. Through the seasons, Rita finds adventure with Hugo the Jungle Animal as they battle the Sith Lords with help from the Jedi Warriors. At an old castle, Hugo and Rita are chased by the Sheriff of Nottingham, but then Robin Hood came to their rescue and kicked the sheriff by sending him fall into a river below. Later that day, Robin allowed Rita to move in with Hugo. After Robin and Marion are married, Thomas the Tank Engine took Hugo and Rita to the Tree Village. Time passed after Kuzco the Llama became the mentor of Twilight and Spike. One day, at the meadow, Twilight and her childhood friends, Fluttershy, Rainbow Dash, and Pinkie Pie, visited Nala, Simba, and Kiara. Elsewhere, Spike encounters Scar, who owns an organization called Pride Industries in the town of Spoonerville. Later that day, Kiara discovered an old workshop. Once inside, she walked into a large hall which leads her to a small place called Fraggle Rock. Kiara befriended strange-looking but charming creatures called Fraggles. But after an adventure with the Gorgs, Gobble Fraggle took Kiara back to her parents in the forest. They also met two lions called Kovo and Vitani. A month later, Kiara grew into a lioness. One night at Pride Rock, Scar finds Marion and Robin as he threatens to assassinate them. But Simba and Kiara rescued the foxes and helped them escape. In a fierce battle, Scar tried to tear Kiara apart, but then the old lion fell off Pride Rock to his death. The weeks passed after Rafiki the baboon welcomes Kovo and Vitani to the Pride. When Nala became a model actress and the new owner of Pride Industries, Marion gave birth to a baby fox. At first, Robin is going to call their son Robin Jr., but then Marion and Robin named him Todd the Fox. The Enchanted Forest became different ever since Scar is defeated. One day in the spring, Spike the Dragon is fixing things on the farm. Later that day, he finds Twilight Sparkle, who is sad after an encounter with a ruthless unicorn called Prince Blueblood. As Twilight and Spike walked to a tree, Kuzco the Llama quietly follows them to make sure they are safe. Suddenly, Kuzco accidentally summoned an old badger called Mr. Digger, who lives in a den. After the badger shoos the llama off, Twilight, Spike, and Kuzco find the little fox, Todd, who got separated from his parents. Todd spends the night with a kind old human called Widow Tweed. The next day, Todd befriends a hound puppy named Copper, who lives with the hunter, Amos Slade, and a hound dog named Chief. Meanwhile, Todd is tricked by an evil fox named Foulfellow and his sidekick, a cat named Gideon, who tried to kidnap him. But after they all got chased by Chief the Hound, Todd escaped from Daphne Blake, who trapped him on the top of the barn. Soon, Robin Hood came to Todd's defense and kicked Daphne off the roof. Later that evening, Twilight finds a sad Todd in the forest and reunites him with his parents, Marion and Robin. The three foxes spent the summer and the autumn living in a tree house. Soon, Todd got a younger brother who is a fox named Jack. The months passed. After spring arrives, Twilight encounters an aggressive adult fox. She realized that the young fox is her old friend, Todd, who became the Lord of the Forest. Unbeknownst to anyone that the ghosts of Scar have turned Todd the Fox to the dark side. One night on the farm, Todd finds Copper, but suddenly Chief chased the fox in a blind rage. Chief tried to kill Todd on a train track, but when a train races on the track, Chief accidentally fell into a ravine and was killed. After Todd escaped to safety, Slay blames the fox for the accident. A week later, along with the wolf arrowmen, Todd the fox finds sanctuary in the old castle. Elsewhere, the great stag discovers a prophecy about a deer who shall rise to save the forest.